Coming up tonight on YCU News, who are the two new members of the Claremont City Council? We hear from the Norwich Bookstore. For more local news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this Wednesday edition of YCU News. I'm Ashley Perkins. There are two new members of the Claremont City Council. Claremont residents Carolyn Towle and John Simmons were selected by council members. They will join the board Tuesday night. Towle brings experience serving on the zoning plus the Parks and Rec boards. She will represent the city's Ward 1. Simmons now works for the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. He served for many years as a Claremont police officer. Simmons will be an at-large counselor. He will look out for all the best interests of the city residents. 7 candidates were interviewed during the public meeting. The 5 men and 2 women introduced themselves to the city council. The council's 2 vacancies are from 2 resignations earlier this summer by former Assistant Mayor Andy Austin and Tom Berman. Candidates answered a series of questions selected in advance by sitting council members, these including naming Claremont's greatest asset and how each candidate would keep the city moving forward. Claremont Mayor James Nielsen thanked all of the candidates for their participation. Nielsen said he wished there were room for all of them on the board. Councilor Chris Irish encouraged the 5 residents not selected to run for city council this November. Election to the 9-member council, which includes the mayor's post, is held every 2 years. New London Town are moving the town forward now that its select board is actively looking for a new police chief. Former police chief David Seastrand resigned earlier this year. Seastrand is accused with allegedly telling a female Colby Sawyer College student that underage drinking charges would be dropped if she posed nude for pictures. The New Hampshire Attorney General's office continues to look into the details of these allegations. It remains to be seen if other women will come forward with similar accounts of police behavior. The woman was stopped by Seastrand when she was walking alone late at night in New London and was intoxicated, police say. Lebanon city officials expect to learn next week from federal officials more on restoration plans. Lebanon City Manager Greg Lewis says FEMA leaders are expected to provide more about the cost for cleanup. Early July downpours ripped up pavement in the city's neighborhoods, including Slayton Hill Road. The city will pay 25% to clean and repair infrastructure after FEMA determines those costs. The federal government is expected to pay the remaining 75%. FEMA officials must approve the city's restoration plans for all Lebanon areas affected by the storms. Lewis says he expects to learn more from FEMA next Wednesday. Vermont State Police continue to monitor its roadways for people driving while intoxicated. Operation Sober Summer aims to reduce highway crashes and fatal accidents. As of Saturday, state police report 41 people have died in 37 separate crashes. State police are tracking these results to learn how to reduce these numbers. Motorists driving aggressively on state roads and highways are also being targeted. 2 years ago in 2011, state police noted it was the best start to the warm weather season since 1944. That's because in the summer of 2011, 3 were 21 fatal crashes through that June. Checkpoints will remain in place until further notice, police say. I'm Ashley Perkins for YCU, your local view. Good night.